Hi there, Diana from Adirondack Girl at Heart. I teach vintage and antique lovers how to create successful antique businesses that they love. One of the ways I do that is through these videos. Another way is through my website, adirondackgirlatheart.com. It's filled with all kinds of articles about vintage and antiques and about farmhouse style, vintagey projects that you can create yourself. Today I'm focusing on true vintage, that is things that are less than 100 years old, and I have a selection of items that I say fall into the category of mid-century modern, and I think we'll be looking at those towards the end. I am going to start with a couple of textiles. These are those, I'm going to say ubiquitous linen towels. I have two of them. They're both calendars. This is a Currier and Ives image. So 1969, definitely vintage, right? These tend to run for about $10 to $12 on Etsy. So I'll give it a little iron, get some of those wrinkles out, and see how it will do. Here's another one. This is 1979, like classic 70s color. Orange with some olive green in there. They cost $1 each, and I'm thinking that I should write an article about them at some point. Like I've said, I've sold several of them on Etsy, so I'm going to give those a try and see how they do. How about a few ceramics? So this is definitely a newer piece. It's got a tag on the bottom there. It says Toyo, made in China. I thought it was really nicely made. The shape is really beautiful, and very pretty colors, the pink and the blue, and it was half off of $4.99. So I paid $2.50 for it. I think it's lovely. I will price it at about $25 in my antique booth. Here's another little vase. We say vase here in upstate New York. And it was $3.43. I just thought it was beautifully made. This is definitely newer also. But it's hard to get this form, you know, where it's almost a complete sphere orb, and then flare out again. It's Studio Pottery, and it's signed BB. And I would like to put about $18 to $20 to $25 on that piece. Just think it's lovely. Here's a sweet little piece. It's a candle in there, which I think I'm gonna try to get out. I thought the form was really sweet with this bird on the top and then the little roses and blue leaves. It was 50 cents at a Habitat for Humanity. And I think, assuming I get the candle out of there, $10. I'm picking up as many small little items like this as I can because they're the bread and butter of an antique booth. And it is signed Southern Heirlooms on the bottom. Oh no, is that like princess? Like, I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't need to know, right? Because it's just a sweet little modernish, not too old, but definitely vintage. Okay, and then these two, they were $1 each. Frogs sell like bananas, and so I picked them up, $1 each. You can see there's a barcode on the original tag, so they're not super old, but I will price them at about $8 or $10, and those will probably sell really quickly. Now that's it for ceramic items. I have a couple of books. They're children's books. The first one, this is published in England, and there was no copyright date anywhere, which often happens with English books. Sometimes it's on the back page, not this time, but it was 75 cents. So that tells me it's about 70s or 80s, but look at these illustrations. They're just very bold. So I think I will try this on Etsy for $12 to $15. And then I always pick up Winnie the Pooh. This is Winnie the Pooh. And it was published in 1988. It's all of the original line drawings, and all Pooh books sell. This should sell for 8 to 10. And then I picked up 4 little golden books. And I will mention that I have an article about the 10 best-selling types of vintage and antique books, and children's books are on there. And then I have a separate article all about little golden books and a price guide in my member library. So I picked them up to update my articles, and I actually do have a course on little golden books. I'm in the process of revising it, so it's not available just yet. These come from all different eras. This is super modern. This is 2008, I think, 2018. And it's got the price right on the barcode there, $5.99. It's the 16th printing. When you see a list of numbers there, if number 1 isn't in that list, or the letter A, then it's not a first edition. But these sell for $3 to $5, the brand new ones. And then the older ones, depending on their condition. So this one is not good condition. I'd never heard of this one, Animal Daddies and My Daddy, and it dates to 1968. Some of the illustrations are just so sweet. The illustrator is Margaret Vogel. I haven't heard of her. Look at that with the snowman and the sled. This is in very poor condition, so I think I might use it for bookmarks. I make bookmarks with old books, and I have an article about that on my website too. So I'll link down below to any articles that I reference. So then these are from the 1980s, and they're in decent condition, so $3 to $5. Yeah, so these books were 50 cents each. And that's what I try to get them for a quarter or 50 cents. Because that gives me enough room to make a little bit of money. Obviously, if I find a book that's worth $25 or $30 or $40, I'm going to be willing to spend, more than that. So I've started another accidental collection. This is of playing cards. So I don't know if you can, so they cost 49 cents. I don't know if you can see the image there. Again, classics, 1970s colors, and they are made in the USA. And so I'm looking forward to learning more about playing cards, because I've never bought or sold them before. Maybe you have. Maybe I actually did just sell a 1940s pack that was still in its waxed paper, and I think it sold for $10 for that pack. So that's helping me, get an idea of their value. So that's it for paper. Let's look at, I have a couple metal items here. This is newer, but it's pine cones. So Adirondack Girl at Heart had to buy this with all the pine cones. It's a little trinket dish, and it was sold at a local gift shop for $17.99, and I picked it up for $1. I think it would sell for about 10 or 12, somewhere in there. And then I picked up 2 trivets. These trivets sell for me for $10. So I paid 50 cents for this one at the Habitat for Humanity. And I was just checking to see if it had a date on there or a name or something. It just says copyright, EMIG. So about $10. And then the God Bless Our Home is very common, but it's got most of its original paint, and it was $1.50 also at Home Goods. So I would probably put 10 or 12 on that one. That's a sentiment that a lot of people like to show in their home. Okay, some plastic. So I feel a little bit crazy for picking this up for $3.50, but I just it was pretty, and it's so useful, right? On a vanity or in your bathroom to hold all kinds of things. Probably sell it for just $10. And, oops, just a second. Okay. Picked up a slide rule. So this one is made in the US. It's called Precision Sterling Slide. So it's missing its, you know, it would have slid into probably a leather or a vinyl pocket. It was $1, and it should sell for about 10, as is. There's the made in the USA mark on there. People collect slide rules. I don't understand them myself, but some people do. My husband, he's an engineer. Okay, so these are drink stir swizzle sticks. And now, since I recently wrote an article about barware. I'll link to that. And so I have a little area in my antique booth that's all vintage and antique barware. And so I thought I would add these. Even though they're new, they're cute. They're swordfish, cost $1. Will I sell them separately? No. I'll probably sell them as a group for like $4 or $5. I thought those were cute. And then I picked up this very cool flashlight. People do collect these, and it's Bright Star, made in the USA. Bright Star, made in the USA. Allegheny Telecom Systems. So this was from a phone company. It's very heavy. I guess it's got its original big D batteries in there. It was $2, and I just feel like this is unique, an unusual looking flashlight, and it may be worth like $25 or $30 on eBay. I'll have to do a little research on that one. And then I also picked up these safety glasses, which I have sold safety glasses in the past for about $25. And they're great for like a cosplay costume. They were $2.75 for the pair. So I'm gonna list them for $25 or $30 and see how they do. Eventually I'll list them. It takes me a while sometimes to get things in the online shop. Now I picked up this radio. It's Channel Master All Transistor. And so it's a leather case with the radio on the inside. It was $2. And not even knowing if it works or not. So even if it doesn't work, it'd be like I would say $15-ish. And so I've got to take it out. Here, let's take it out, see what it looks like. Take it out, and looks very clean, and must run on batteries. It probably had a cord at one time. It's got slots for cords, and yeah, so super interesting. Have to do some research on that, right? Really like that. Few glass pieces. A little blast from the past with this one. This is an unusual Tang pitcher. Do you remember Tang? So I have a brother who's 12 years younger than me, and he would get a bottle when he was a baby or a toddler of Tang every day. He's like he has teeth left. So it was half off of $3.93, so it was about $2. Holds a quart, very pretty, you know, design on it, in really good shape. All of it wasn't used a lot. So this is another item that probably would do better online than in my antique booth. So maybe $20, $25 for that piece. And then here's another one that I'm sure you've seen. These sell for about $10 or $12 for me. I paid $2. I think it was 25% off, so $1.50 for that one. And then this is a glass bottle made by the Wheaton Glass Country Company in, I guess, Illinois. It was $1. And these sell for about 10 or $12. So Wheaton made large bottles. They're reminiscent or based on colonial bottles, and they have those really cute little miniature ones that they made as well. So yeah, so it costs $1 and I'll sell it for about 10 or 12. And here's a little, I call these toothpicks. I'm not sure if that was its intended original use, but this green is very 1970s-ish to me, and I will price it at $8 to sell toothpicks quite easily, quite often. And then very pretty blown glass. The pontil has been sanded down. It was just $1, and it really needs a good cleaning. So I thought for $1, I would give it a shot, see if I can clean it, and sell it for, if it got really clean, $20 or $25. Not sure if I can't get it clean, what exactly I would price it at. Okay, now I have a bunch of Christmas, so hang on just a second. I just have to move things around a little bit, make a little bit of room. Okay, first off, I'm going to show you, these are picks for an aluminum, what they would have called an aluminum tree. So probably the trunk of the tree broke, or they lost some of these branches, and so they're selling the branches separately. So they were sold for $1 each. And the way I can tell that it's a little older is just looking at how this is wrapped with floral tape, and just the means of design of how these would have gone into the trunk of the tree. So I picked up 5 of them. Well, that was all they had. I bought all 5 of them, and I might sell them just as is because they're great decoration, or I might use them myself for a project next year for the Christmas show that I do every year. It's a huge show, a juried craft show, excuse me, at the local Shaker Museum, and did super well this year. And I have an article where I share a lot of the handmade goods that I sell there. So I'll link to that below. Okay, so here is a definite like 1950s piece. Napkin holder or planter. No, not napkin holder. Planter. And it is signed Japan on the bottom with a reef. It was $1, and it should sell for about 20 to 25, possibly even more. The paint, red paint, often comes off with washing, and so the paint is actually perfect on this one. So maybe $30 to $35. We'll see. These are very popular right now. And here's another Santa. This is a new Santa. Love that he's got a little bottle brush tree there, and made in China. So I'm calling it vintage, but maybe just barely. It has such a wonderful antique look to it. And I paid $2 for him, and I just think he will sell for about 10 or 12 next Christmas. And then here's an elf on the shelf. He's got posable legs and arms, and he's a larger size. He was $3, and he should sell for about $12 to $15 from my antique booth. And here is a antique style Santa. It was $1, should sell for $12 to $15 It's got the, you know, crackled paint, and he's covered with a little bit of glitter. I picked up 2 stockings. This is quintessentially 1970s, wouldn't you say? I think it's really neat. Did not get a lot of use, if any. You know, it's a polyester yarn or acrylic yarn that's used, and usually it pills or gets fuzzy, and this is in just really great shape. It was $1. I think it will sell on Etsy really well for 25-ish. And here is the second stocking. This is a needlepoint golfing Santa. Oh my God, they're gonna go crazy for this. I have sold needlepoint stockings for $38 on Etsy for a couple of years. And so this I might price even higher because it's so unique and special. A golfer is gonna love that, right? And then here's a Christmas tree pin that I've been looking for forever. It was hidden away. It's signed JJ, and these are little rhinestones. It was $3. Oh, this stocking was $2. I think I forgot to mention that. I have an article all about Christmas tree pins. So because it's signed and Christmas tree pins are so popular, I sell them on Etsy. This one should sell for about $25. I know, it's crazy. Little pin, right? And I do have an article all about Christmas decorations, different types, a little bit of history, some pricing, and then I have a separate Christmas price guide also. So there's a lot of info out there. Now these are new, but they're very farmhousey, and they were 50 cents each. Oh, well, I got 2 of them. So here's the first one. Just a little cardinal on top of a goose on top of a pig. Oh my gosh, $10. Those should go for about $10. And then here is cow with a pig with the cardinal. My God, they're so cute. While we're on the ornaments, this one was 50 cents. That was very cute. $6 to $8. And here is a little chihuahua. Oh, his ear's got a little damage. If he wasn't damaged, he'd be about $10. So cute. I think the brand is called Old World. They have that crown. Oh, poor baby. Little chip in his ear. And then this was 50 cents. Just a little china antique, blue and white china teapot. $8, $7 or $8. And then here is the last Christmas. These are usually made in Germany by the same people who made nutcrackers and other little figures, little wooden figures. This is just adorable. Can you see all the little, it's a teddy bear, it's a train on top, and it was $2.99. I thought that was well worth it, and hope to sell it for about $18 to $20. Okay, let's take a look now at some of what I call more genuine mid-century modern, which is that sort of, I don't know, I was going to say fab, not fab, mod look to them, these pieces. A lot of serving pieces. Maybe I'll do them first. So these melamine utensils are going on Etsy for about $15 each, and red is an unusual color. I try to get them for $1 or less. This one is melamine ware Taiwan. So Foley is one of the companies that made melamine pieces from the 60s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. Another is Dansk few other companies I'm not thinking of right off the top of my head. I loved this set. I think these are salad servers, although they are both the spoon side. And they were produced by Dansk. Am I saying that right? Dansk. So again, I think these will go on Etsy, the pair for maybe $25. I've sold other sets for anywhere from $15 to $25. And then this is a, what do they call that? Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Paid 79 cents for it. This is a kitchen my jug. I don't know what that is even. Echo. So that's a very common brand, right? Echo. So yeah, it's got this outer space sort of design on it, and hopefully sell it for about $7 or $8. And then I thought this was very cool. This is an ice cream scoop, but in a very mod sort of Danish kind of a design. And it was 50 cents. And I think an ice cream scoop collector or a mid-century modern collector would pay 15 or 20 for that piece. Now here's a more traditional looking scoop with this great aqua color from about the 1950s. It is not signed. Often this style is signed Taiwan. And I paid $1 for it, and I hope to sell it for about $12. And now here's the last utensil. Very cool. These often were made in Japan. It's a drink stirrer with this cool wooden handle, and it was 99 cents, and hopefully will sell for $7 or $8. Now, I picked up some flatware, mid-century modern flatware. Unfortunately, I didn't get the whole set. It was from Salvation Army, I think, or a thrift store, and I could only find, for example, 3 of the knives and 3 of the spoons, but I did find 4 of the forks. So what makes them mid-century modern, they are signed just stainless on the back. This spaghetti decoration, I've sold, in the past, I've sold some pots and pans that had this spaghetti design on them. So I needed to do a little research. I'm not sure how to sell them since I don't have the full set, but I mean, individually they would be worth $2 or $3 or $4, if that helps you with the pricing. Okay, so another mid-century item is this lamp, and it was made in Japan, and it's Lloyd's is the company, but look how cool that is, and that goes right up like that, and the head moves around. It's got a little bulb in there. I just think this is so cool, and I paid $2 for it. Worth every penny. And yeah, I need to do a little research, but I feel like at least $25, maybe $35, up to $35. So I picked up 2 pieces of glassware. This is a candle holder, would hold a votive, and it is signed, oh my gosh, I'm going blind, Costa Boda. And that is, I think it's Danish, it's Nordic in any event. I think it's Danish, definitely mid-century modern. If I had 2 of them, that would be awesome. A solo should sell for about $25. They're going for about $20 to $25 on eBay right now. I paid 50 cents for that one. And then this gorgeous piece is, also has a label, Orifors, Sweden. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that properly, but it's beautiful crystal. It's very weighty, and it was $3 $3.29 at a Salvation Army, and I need to do some research on it. I'm hoping it's like a $20 to $25 piece. What do you think? Maybe you know more about it. If you know more about any of the things I've shown you today, please tell me in the comments. That would be great. I hope you enjoyed seeing these vintage and mid-century modern finds, and as always, happy hunting.